are simple. So I'm in for the, I know that, I believe that the wife and the husband should have the same education level, because both will be able to support their family if they have the same educational level. When one cannot support their family, the others can go and make money and raise the family. That is why they should have the same education level. The second thing is, when both the wife and the husband have the same educational level, they will have a mutual understanding. If the husband says something or needs some advice in his job, the wife will be able to support his job ideas or something. The mutual understanding also helps tighten their families a lot. The third thing is, if the husband and the wife have the same education level, they will be able to have the same role in the household. And they both could offer the money for their home equally, so there won't be any fighting or any argument between them. That is what I believe.
Do you want to continue your argument or? Okay, so I would like to invite number 117, Nguyễn, Phương, Dũng. You are against, and now is your time for your argument. Your time starts now.
Okay, so as you know that life is developing faster, more rapidly, and there may be some different views on the role of a husband and wife in a family. Some people think that they may have the same educational level, but I think that we should not let that happen for some reasons. First of all, if they have the same educational level, so women may be the breadwinners and men may be stay home taking care of their children or cooking, but I think that is not suitable with the traditional situations. It somehow breaks the traditional rules that men should be the breadwinners, women should be the housewives, and there may be some unreasonable things about this. And the role of man was devalued because he cannot make money for the home, he cannot bring home the bacon, and the women may be superior to his husband, and I think that's not really appropriate. And another second reason for this is that something that maybe you say that there may be some understanding between a husband and a wife, but I don't think so, because if they have the same educational level, there may be some conflicts between them, some arguments about who is right or who is wrong. Husband can think that he is bad, his ideas are right, that a woman doesn't think so. She thinks that he should do this instead of this. Last but not least, somehow, sometimes marriage doesn't need a lot of educational level. I mean, it doesn't matter whether they are good at school, good at study, or get a really good qualification. A man who is a PhD can also live happily with his wife who has just finished high school study. And I think that educational level has nothing to do with the marriage and the love they share with each other. I think that a perfect marriage only means some love, respect, and value from the other side of our lives. That's the point. Okay, so this is the end of my argument.
Thank you for your both argument. Now you will have 7 minutes to both debate about it. Your time starts now.
Okay, so you were saying that traditionally, husband should go out and work, while the wife should do this housework. They could do that when they have the same educational level. It's based on their agency, what they want to do. The wife may have the same educational level, and she could stay home and watch the children when the husband could go out. My point is, if the husband are sick or have some things that he could not work, the wife could also go out and support the families. That it would be, the family would be stronger. And so that is my first idea. The second idea is you would say that the same educational level would start an argument in a family. Well, I do not believe so, because marriage should be based on understanding. Before they get married, they should get to know each other. Maybe even they will have the same perspective of seeing things. And I believe that if they have the same educational level, they can make this perspective clearly to each other. Because when they are getting married, they understand each other.
Okay, so I can somehow agree with the first reason you give to some extent. Women can work part-time when their husbands are sick or tired. But on the second reason, I don't think it is reasonable, because marriage is not always predictable, you know. Life always changes, and we won't know what will happen in the future or just at present. Maybe marriage is not perfect, and there are, of course, some roles and arguments they cannot believe, they cannot predict it before they get married.
Thank you for your ideas. I believe you said before that marriage should be based on love, and I think that love would pass the arguments between the couples. Even if there is a small chance they will fight in the future, they would just let it go, because that fight is just very small. Maybe there's a lot of divorce in Vietnam or in the world in general, but there's many marriages that I know are very beautiful, and even though that sometimes they may argue, it's unavoidable, but they will get past that, because they know that they know why they get married, because they understand each other.
Actually, you may be right, but I think that you have something to do with your reasons. You say that parents can share the role, right? They can work together. So, and you also say that women with educational level can stay home. But I think that it has educational level, I think she has just stayed home and take care of her children. That is a waste of time to study. So why should she study?
Well, I believe that, like I said before, when the husband are not able to support their family, the wife could go out, and she could be plan B for the household, for making money and for raising the child. It depends on their agency, actually. If they want to do it, they can do it. Actually, she's not necessarily has to stay home. She could go out and find a job, a smaller job, so she will have more time with the children more than the husband.
Actually, if she's plan B, she may not need educational level, because there are many jobs didn't need a really good qualification, like maybe waitresses or hostages. Maybe a restaurant cooks. Yeah, it doesn't need so many educational levels like this.
But with a higher education level, help us to get a more chance, help the wife to have more chance of getting a higher salary?
Actually, educational level now is just a matter, a small matter, you know. In Britain, for example, there is a shortage of plumbers, and plumbers doesn't really need a really high educational level. And yeah, we are in like a laboratory work. And a wife can totally do such work, such jobs. They don't need really high education level.
So if you were to hire a professional workers with a high educational level, with a worker who's just amateurs and have lower educational level, who would you hire?
Okay. I think that of course the professor may earn much more, but imagine if the wife was really qualified to be a professor or PhD.
You have 1 minute left.
Okay, so she may not think that she should take care of the children because she's very busy with work. And she also has other opinions like, how do I have to take care of the children? Or we should hire another helper. They don't have time.
Thank you. But you just get it back to the point when I said it's about agency. It's all about agency actually. When the if the wives are understanding with the husband, she will have the agency to decide that she will go to get a job and abandon their children, or she could stay home and find a job which will give her time with the families, with the children. Because traditionally, the husband went out and worked and built the house when the wife.
Thank you for your argument. I hope